Okay, so now we will see how the air is passing. So first air enters through nostrils, then nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, blood. So nostrils, these are the parts, nostrils. So first the air enters through nostrils and then it passes through nasal cavity. This is our nasal cavity. So this is the nasal. If you see, these are the nostrils, this is the nasal cavity. From nasal cavity, the air enters into the pharynx. Pharynx is very important part. It is a common part of pharynx is a common part of digestive system and respiratory system. Okay, digestive system and respiratory system. Okay. Okay, pharynx is a common part of digestive system and respiratory system. If you see, like food pipe, remember the digestive system, food pipe and windpipe, they are like the food. If food pipe is like this, after this, this windpipe will be present. Okay, so like this. Draw the diagram. So this is our mouth. Okay. See, if you, this is our mouth. So this is our food pipe. That is esophagus. This is our esophagus, and this is our windpipe. That is trachea. Windpipe. So here, this is a common part. So the mouth or the buccal cavity opens into pharynx, and the pharynx is the common part, from where the food pipe and the windpipe connect together. The food pipe and windpipe connect together at the pharynx. Okay. So the pharynx is a part from where the windpipe starts and the food pipe goes down. Okay. So it is a common part. Very important book. Dash is a common part of digestive and respiratory system. Pharynx. Understood? So the buccal cavity, that is mouth, opens into pharynx. Pharynx is somewhere here. If you say it like this, it will be somewhere here. Okay. So from pharynx, the windpipe goes like this, enters into lungs, and the food pipe, that is esophagus, goes to stomach. Okay. So the pharynx is the common part of digestive system and respiratory system. Next. If you see larynx, larynx is also called as voice box. Voice box. Okay. On the pharynx, see, if you see like this, near the pharynx. So we will see the location afterwards, because I will draw the diagram afterwards. So just remember, larynx. Larynx is the voice box which is present nearby pharynx. Okay. Nearby pharynx, larynx is present. So voice box, due to larynx only we are able to talk. Voice is coming due to larynx only. If larynx is not there, you will not able to talk. Voice, that's why we are calling it as voice box. Larynx, due to presence of larynx, you are able to you are able to produce sound. So the sound is due to presence of larynx. So larynx is also called as voice box. Next, here one more important structure is present, that is called as epiglottis. That we will discuss afterwards, but in this pathway we will not describe it. But it is also very important structure part that we will discuss after this. Okay, epiglottis. Just remember the name epiglottis. Okay, epiglottis. Okay, just remember the name. It is also very important structure. So after larynx, it is trachea. So trachea is nothing but windpipe. Trachea is commonly called as windpipe. Okay, trachea is also commonly called as windpipe. So nostrils, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx open into trachea. Trachea is also called as windpipe. The trachea is divided into two branches. Trachea is divided into two branches and each branch is called as bronchi. Each branch, trachea is divided into two branches. One branch enter into one lung, another branch enter into another lung. So that branch is called as bronchi. This bronchi divides into still smaller branches called bronchioles. The bronchi divides into still smaller branches called bronchioles. Okay, bronchioles have small grape-like or small bud-like structure on them, or small grape-like structure on them. They are called as alveoli. They are called as alveoli. Alveoli. So in between, at the alveoli, exchange of gases takes place. Means alveoli are filled with oxygen. The oxygen is given to the blood. The carbon dioxide is taken by alveoli. Okay, so exchange of gases. So in alveoli, the exchange of gases takes place. Exchange of gases takes place in alveoli. Clear? So in this way, the pathway of air starts entering from nostrils and goes to blood in this pathway. Nostrils, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, last to blood. Similarly, the carbon dioxide present in the blood, which from cells, the blood will carry the carbon dioxide. So from blood, the carbon dioxide present in the blood will be exchanged by alveoli, will be taken by the alveoli. Alveoli will give to bronchioles, bronchioles to bronchi, trachea, larynx, pharynx, nasal cavity, nostril. Then it will go out. CO2 will go out. So that's why we are drawing two arrows. If you draw only one arrow, the pathway is wrong. You should definitely draw two arrows. Oxygen is coming in this manner, carbon dioxide is going out in this manner. That's why you need to draw two arrows. Okay? So this is the pathway. Now I will explain it in the diagrammatic form. First we will see these structures in diagram, then we will discuss about epiglottis. Okay? Epiglottis and larynx afterwards. Okay. This is the rough diagram. Okay. Now you see, these are the nostrils. Okay, these are the nostrils. This is the nasal cavity. This is the nasal cavity. Okay. Now, this is our pharynx. This place. This is our mouth. This is our mouth. So, this is our this is our pharynx. Yeah, you see epiglottis. This is our epiglottis. Epiglottis. Okay. This is our larynx. Okay. Next, this is our trachea. Okay, this is our bronchi. And these small branches, I will like this. These small branches. Okay, these small branches. These are called as bronchioles. On bronchioles, you have small bubbles like small grape-like structure which are called as alveoli. And here one more structure is there. You can make. This is diaphragm. Okay, this is diaphragm, and these are our lungs. Okay, so this is the structure. So now see from nostrils, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, next bronchi, bronchioles, next alveoli, next lip. Okay, now see. So the air has entered through nostrils. So then it came to nasal cavity. This is our nasal cavity. This is the pharynx. It is a common part. From here you will have your food pipe. This is our windpipe. So from here you will have your food pipe which goes into stomach. Okay. So it is a common part of, because see, mouth is opening into here. Mouth and nose are joined commonly here. That's why it is a common part of digestive and respiratory system, pharynx. From here the food pipe will start and it will enter into stomach. That is, esophagus will enter into stomach. So we have discussed about that already. So the common part is pharynx. Next, below the pharynx, one bone-like structure, like one cage-like structure is present on this tube, on windpipe. See, if it is a windpipe, on this a bone or some tissue or cartilage-like structure, a box-like structure. You can say a box-like structure is present with an opening, which has a small opening. This opening is called as epiglottis. Epiglottis. Its role is very important. We will discuss this afterward. Epiglottis. So on the windpipe, a box-like structure is present, which is nothing but larynx. Larynx on above the larynx, a small a small thin flap-like structure. A thin flap-like structure called epiglottis is present. Okay, on the windpipe, a box-like structure is present, which is called as larynx. On the larynx, a thin flap-like ante chinna paper laga, oka chinna paper laga structure untadi. Epiglottis, that is called as epiglottis. So So on the larynx, a thin flap-like, small opening-like structure is present. It's a flap-like, chala thin-ga untadi. Oka visinga ela untadi anta sannaga untadi. That is called as epiglottis. Okay. This epiglottis, this epiglottis is there, larynx is there. Now the larynx is, on where larynx is present? On trachea. So next the air enters into trachea. Trachea is also called as windpipe. You can see some lines over here. These are nothing but cartilaginous rings. These are nothing but cartilaginous rings. Trachea, cartilaginous rings. Okay, these are nothing but cartilaginous rings. So it helps the trachea to be like that, because if cartilaginous rings are not there, trachea will collapse. It is like this. Imagine a rod, empty rod. So it is this empty rod is supported by rings. If so, these rings are not there, the rod will collapse. It will become like this. So the air will not enter and the person may die. To always, because we are inhaling and exhaling, so during this time some pressure will be created in this rod, vacuum. So pressure, like so if you take out some air, vacuum will be created, no? So empty space will be there. So just remember, like some pressure will be created while we are inhaling and exhaling. So this rod, due to that pressure, the rod may collapse, means it will shut down. Then the person may die. So to support the rod to be always open, so these rings support. These are made up of cartilages. Cartilage, you have studied your 9th class, soft tissue, soft bone. Cartilage is the soft bone. So it helps the trachea not to collapse, so that air. So if it is collapsed, the air will not pass, no? So cartilaginous ring helps the trachea to not to collapse. Cartilaginous ring helps the trachea not to collapse. Okay, very important bit. Why cartilaginous rings are present on trachea? Cartilaginous rings are present on the trachea to prevent it from collapsing. Okay. Now the trachea is divided into 2 branches. See, you can see these 2 branches. Now each branch enter into each lung. One branch enter into one lung, one branch has entered into one lung. So each branch has entered into one lung. This branch is nothing but bronchi. Okay. So this is our trachea. Trachea has divided into 2 branches. This is our bronchi. One bronchi enters into one lung, one bronchi enters into one lung. Okay? One bronchi enters into one lung. Okay, bronchi are still divided into smaller branches. See, bronchi, these are the smaller branches. Bronchi are still divided into smaller branches. Those are called as bronchioles. So this is our trachea. It has divided into 2 branches. This is our bronchi. Now this bronchi is again divided into still smaller branches. These smaller branches are nothing but bronchioles. Okay, these smaller branches are nothing but bronchiole. This is bronchi. It has been divided into smaller branches, which is nothing but bronchioles. Okay, this is bronchioles. On these bronchioles, a small grape-like structure or small balloon-like structures are present, which are nothing but alveoli. So this is the place where gaseous exchange takes place. So there are so millions of alveoli in each lung. If you take the alveoli and keep it in a straight line, it will make almost 160 meters squares distance. So that's why there are so many alveoli, very tiny, and they are folded, so much folded to create the space, more space. For more space, they are more folded like structure, that's why they are very small. So to create more space, or to take more oxygen, they are more folded. That's why, so these small grape-like structures are nothing but alveoli. From alveoli to blood means gases. Oxygen from blood is taken from alveoli. Oxygen from alveoli is taken by the blood, and carbon dioxide from the blood is taken to the alveoli. So carbon dioxide goes like this. Oxygen enters into the blood in this way. So this is the structure. Clear? So gases exchange takes place in the alveoli. These are the alveoli. So blood comes here. Blood comes to alveoli. The oxygen is taken by the blood and carbon dioxide is given to the alveoli. Okay. These are, so there are millions of alveoli in the lungs. If you keep them in a straight line, it may become 160 meter square distance.